Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So, today's new daily is to cast 30 blue or black spells, nice and easy, and we're just going to do some Dimir. Yeah, we're just going to do some Dimir Midrange. I don't think it's been that long since we've run this deck, but for those of you who haven't seen it or don't know this type of deck, it's very much a play things on your opponent's turn, for the most part, unless you have nothing to do, right? So just to kind of go over that, we have Phantom Interference as a counter spell. More so, that's really what we're going to be using it for. Very, very, very rarely would we ever create the 2/2 white spirit creature token. Spyglass Siren is another one of those. Like, this is a good turn 1 drop, so play that, and it gives you something that is very hard to block because of its flying, which you can combo with Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. 3 steps ahead, another counter. Cut down, early removal. Mockingbird is really good to make a copy of Unstoppable Slasher, so you have a flying version of it, which again, very hard to block. Faerie Mastermind, just another body to have on the field. Again, something to play on your opponent's turn, to act as a blocker or what have you. Floodpits Drowner, puts a stun counter. Anoint with Affliction, just 1 copy, but it does come in handy. Deep-Cavern Bat, go for the throat, kind of standard stuff. Preacher of the Schism, very standard. These 2 here are very much like your turn 3 drops if you have nothing else really you want to play. Enduring Curiosity, a good one to flash out if they decide not to block any of your creatures, so you can get a lot of draw with that. Kaito, just talked about him, very good. So that's the idea of this deck. Like every deck, it's hit and miss. It depends on like if you have a good opening hand, good draws, and if your opponent's not running something that just directly counters you, or it's just too difficult to deal with. So I don't like the concept of this deck doesn't lose, just because it doesn't feel true, right? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. Okay, this actually isn't terrible. Depending on what our opponent does. Okay. That's fine. Spyglass probably doesn't survive here. Surprising. They're going to skip. Okay. Alright, we're going to hold off on playing anything. If they don't do anything that I want to kill with cut down, we'll do Faerie Mastermind. Skeletons you control. We'll take care of that on... Yeah. Go ahead and do that. Probably not the best play I could have done, but... that's fine. If that's all they're going to do, I'm okay with that. I think we'll go with the Slasher this time. See how they react to that. That's actually not bad. Yeah, if you stop to think, that's actually not bad. All it has to do is be able to deal damage. Doesn't matter how much. Nice. Alright, we'll take it. I guess they didn't have enough ways to deal with that, though what would that have brought them to? 2 damage taken to the 13. This does half their life rounded up, so they would have gone from 13, gotcha, down to 6. Alright. We'll take it. Though that was very kind of fairly lucky on my part to actually get the +1/+1 from the Map Explorer. if we hadn't have gotten it, then there's not much we could... I mean, I would have kept going, obviously, but I don't think our opponent would have conceded right there. Probably not. Either way, let's move on. Wow, so this person has gotten all of the white achievements. Sure, I'm not the biggest fan of this hand because I don't have an untap. Gotta be. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that so they can't just start feeding things into their graveyard. This is a Raise the Past deck. Very frustrating. Let's see if they have their Raise the Past. They do. We'll just go ahead and take that one. I could have taken their Dewdrop Cure, but I'll be able to counter that eventually. Clearly not. Alright. That is what we will stick to. Go ahead and... Okay. I'll go ahead and pay the 3. Fully exile it. Yeah. Yeah. Don't really like my chances here. Mainly because I don't have enough. I don't have enough damage coming out. Is the main problem here. It still activates its ability. Yeah, we'll hold on to that. Yeah, I'm not gonna ninjutsu my Deep-Cavern Bat now. Sad thing is they probably pulled another. Yeah, they'll do that, pull out. Yeah. Just go ahead and play the Mastermind. Yeah. You see, I wanted to use that as a... I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and play this. Another deep cavern probably wouldn't be bad. Yeah. Can't play it though. But I can do this. Are you going to take out Kaito here? Yeah, that's fine. Didn't really help me, to be honest, but... Right. Which I'm guessing... Oh, wow. That's actually really awesome. The problem with... I really just can't deal enough damage here. I'm gonna go ahead and stun their Enduring Innocence here. Just to get that out of the way, so I don't forget it when they go for an attack. I mean, all they really need to do is get just one copy of... yeah, I can't... Yeah. I mean, that's a thing. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and play these. I can't really see myself winning this, just because they have a lot more creatures on the field. All they need is to top deck a single Raise the Past, which I think they probably still have 2 copies of. I mean, let's keep trying, but I really don't see myself winning this. Cost 4. Okay. I could do that, but I want to save my Phantom Interference. And there it is. They can pay 2, so good game. Yeah, they had enough untapped lands to be able to pay the 2 cost for the counter target spell. And let's see how many creatures they would have gotten. What was it? Mana value 2 or less? Amelia, Bartolomeo, Sadistic Pilgrim, several copies of Starscape, Cleric, a Hinterland, Sanctifier, there's the other, and yeah. So that's a lot coming to the field. This triggers whenever another creature you control enters, gain 1 life. Same thing with this one, gain 1 life. All of those trigger. Turning this potentially, maybe not, I don't think this would hit 20, but it potentially could with all of that. So yeah, there's just no way to win that. So good match, but not in the cards. The mid-range deck works well. It can work well. The problem is it doesn't have a lot of. It doesn't have a lot of heavy hitters. At least in that match, I didn't pull any of them, so that was kind of the downfall of that match. Anyway, looking at the time, I think that's going to do it for the matches today. 2 matches, 1 win, 1 loss. I'm okay with that. I do have a single pack to open from Thunder Junction, so let's get to that. Get a rare. That's fine. 2 rares. One of them probably for the bonus sheet. So let's check this one. Another round. Exile any number of creatures you control, then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control. Then repeat this process X more times. Kind of crazy. And the other one. Yeah, here's the bonus sheet one. Void Rend. A white, blue, a Dimir color scheme. White, blue, and black. Can't be counter destroy all non-land permanent. Jeez. Crazy. Alright. That, my friends, is going to do it for me. So, if you happen to enjoy this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.